Has Bitcoin right now seen a valid breakout, and can we continue this uptrend, or are there still some factors we have to consider in the price? We are going to have a look at the most important question right now in the crypto space. Do you need to have your money in Bitcoin, or do you need to have your money in stablecoins for the coming weeks and months ahead? And also I'm going to have a look at the most important chart, which will tell us when the alt season is going to happen. Have we seen a short-term breakout on Bitcoin right here? Well, when we look at this formation, this triangle formation right here, then it sure does look like we did got a breakout, and that right now we are retesting, and that we might potentially see a continuational move for Bitcoin very, very soon. However, I also want to have a look at some different possibilities. This is actually a trade that we took over on WhaleAlerts. We had a buy zone at between 30,000 and 30,300. The price dipped into that buying zone, and right now that trade is nicely up in the profit. As you can see right here, we've entered roughly from this wick right here, and right now that is in the profit roughly 2%. But yeah, if you do that with leverage, of course, these numbers can add up. So that's what's quite nice. But the big question most people have actually, was this a valid breakout, or did we just touch like the top of a certain range, and are we trading somewhat in a sideways range right here? This is definitely the possibility we have to take into consideration. So as long as we haven't taken out this high, this still to me is not a very much confirmed breakout. Also because I have another chart I want to show you, which will actually tell us exactly what is going to happen with the Bitcoin price. But before I'm going to show you that chart, guys, I want to thank every single one of you for the engagement on this video. This video recently got over 100 likes. Guys, that really helps pushing this video to as much people as possible. So if we could get above 100 likes on today's video, that would be truly amazing. And of course, the chart that I was talking about is the stablecoin dominance, because just to give you a little bit background information, we can go to the weekly time frame. This might be the most important chart right now, which nobody is actually looking at, because you have these groups, right? You got these groups. There's one group that says like, oh, Bitcoin is still bearish. We're still going to go to 12K. Or we are going to see a top, and Bitcoin is going to have a massive correction in 2023. And you have this group that is extremely bullish, expecting a lot of upside still this year. But everything, guys, is dependent on this chart, because as you can see, the stablecoin dominance is in a uptrend right here. And so far, if we were to continue this uptrend in this chart, then most likely, or probably 100% sure, we will see a massive correction in Bitcoin. Now, let's have a look at this structure from this chart. First of all, the chart is in an uptrend, right? So in a shorter term time frame, we should expect basically this chart to remain in this structure, but we also have to be aware of the fact that sooner or later structures are breaking, right? So I do expect sooner or later that this will break out to the downside, and once that is happening, massive bull run, massive bull market confirmation for Bitcoin. So let's have a look at the shorter term time frame. I want to go to the 4-hour time frame. What we can see right here is that we do get some bullish divergences, not really confirmed yet, as we haven't reclaimed anything in the price, but just something to take note from already, right? So we do see that, yeah, it's very clear that the EMA ribbon on the 4-hour time frame is acting as resistance. And I'm going to expect this to be acting as resistance as well. Maybe dip into that real support, because we came very close to that support, but we haven't really touched it. I think we would be nice to at least touch it to see what the reaction is going to be. But we do get the momentum indicators coming up. And if we, for example, were to come up and reclaim the 4-hour EMA ribbon on this chart, that would be very bullish for this chart, which would basically mean that the chances are increasing, at least for a short-term correction on Bitcoin, until this chart has seen a bounce and is rolling over back to the downside. As long as that doesn't happen, Bitcoin will still correct. That's why this chart, guys, is the most important chart to watch in crypto right now, because this will tell us basically whether we need to have our money based in Bitcoin and crypto, which I will show you in a second, or whether we need to hedge right now in stablecoins. Okay, so let's go to this chart. This is the total market cap without Bitcoin, and I want to get rid of the EMA ribbons right here, but we are seeing basically a massive falling wedge formation, and so far right now we are at the resistance of that wedge, and this chart is basically representing the altcoins. So if we do get a break up right here, alts literally will go crazy. A lot of liquidity will go to alts if we do get a break up, because that means that we break a resistance structure that has been in place since November 2021. Right, so that is a significant change in market structure. So far we haven't broken that falling wedge formation, so we also have to be a little bit careful with altcoins right here. We have been investing in some altcoins. It might be a moment to take some profits right here, or slightly wait and just watch this chart, because if we do break out, you definitely want to hold altcoins. At least the ones that we have been talking about right here on the channel. But if we do see a rejection from this level, that will be insanely bearish for altcoins, and most likely, if that would be the scenario that would be playing out, then most likely we also see this remaining the structure going up and Bitcoin correcting. I don't really see a possibility where the altcoins really gonna have a severe correction against US dollar while Bitcoin just continues on a solo rally. It's not unthinkable. We have seen things like this in the past, but Bitcoin already has seen a massive rally kind of solo without altcoins doing that good. Right, so there is already not that much liquidity into altcoins, and if we look pattern wise right here, we not really bullish yet. So we do have a neckline kind of coming in right here. This could be an inverse head and shoulders, where we have like left shoulder right here, head in the middle, right shoulder right there. Break the neckline, things are bullish, but the first resistance is coming in here with the yellow line, which is the resistance of that falling wedge formation. But okay guys, that was it for today's update. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, smash up that like button. If you also want to get these alerts, for example this trade that right now is in profit, short-term time frame trades, but also long-term time frame trades, when to take profits, which altcoins to buy, at least I'm sharing here what I am doing. If you also like that information guys, you can join WhaleAlerts by joining BitGet or Bybit with the affiliate link down below. And if you join on the BitGet exchange, you will get a 10% cash back on your first deposit, and you will get the regular deposit bonus next to it as well. On Bybit, they still have the deposit bonus of up to 30,000 US dollars. So if you are interested in that, you can go to Bybit. The only difference between BitGet and Bybit is that on Bybit you have a mandatory KYC, while on BitGet you can still trade without using any passport. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching. I wish you all a great day and hope to see every single one of you in the next video.